light doesn't exist without darkness. The problem is like the conception of darkness of people. It's that dark is dark because like it's evil and it's bad and all that shit. But if you remember, when you put like you want to have some fruits, trees, grass, anything, you have to put it in total darkness to, to evolve, to germinate, and to come to fruition. So life without darkness doesn't exist. Life is created in darkness to become a light. So, yeah, you have your answer there, It's as simple as that, and people have a tendency to being afraid of darkness. It's common knowledge, like people raise their kids to be afraid of the dark. When you feel in total darkness, we sleep in darkness. We close our eyes, we're going in total darkness. And we sleep better if everything is shut, if there's no light at all. We sleep like 100 times better. So why being afraid of something? Because it's ignorance. And where you're afraid, you don't know something, people got scared of the things they can't control and the things they don't know. You don't have to be afraid of the dark, because it's a part of us. It's a part of everything. It's the basic of everything. It's the beginning of everything. People say Book of the Dead, but the real meaning of Necronomicon is things related to dead practice and customs and laws. That's the real definition of the word Necronomicon. People shorted it because it's really long to Book of the Dead. So, like for example, like the Bardo de Tol from like Buddhist is a Book of the Dead also, and there was the Egyptian Book of the Dead also. So there's a lot of, and there's other ones from other cultures and stuff like that. We're more into that stuff than into like the Evil Dead stuff. Even if it still look too cool, it look cool to watch that once in a while, but it's a misinterpretation, because you have to remember that Christianity dominates like a big part of North America. So when you say Book of the Dead, it's associated with evil stuff. But it's in truth, the real Book of the Dead are good things. It explains how to deal with death in all that stuff. And it's a little bit, we work more into that spirit, if I can say. And this possibility to answer your question about like the large story about Return of the Witch, Rise of the Elder Ones, and maybe another one. That's going to be the chapter of this, I can say, like realization of the divine self in the flesh. There's possibility of a third one, but it could stop there. Rise of the Elder Ones, it's like, we can say like part 2 of Return of the Witch, if we can say that. It's pretty much a continuation where Return of the Witch was like the creation, the realization, like the gestation, like giving birth, actually, getting pregnant, like a woman, because it represents the feminine energy, the omega. And Rise of the Elder One is really the content, really the getting into the physical form, like the awakening of that energy, like taking control of the human God, you're becoming one with everything, with the cosmos, with the creation. Musically, I think I like to influence myself with my own work. So I'm coming myself from like, I've been really into the 80s metal, My favorite bands were pretty much Merciful Fate, Judas Priest. I was really into Hellhammer, Celtic Frost. Celtic Frost is musically and the look also, like when you look at into Megatherion, that album was a revelation for me. This was the first time I was hearing orchestration and ambience, and there was a trio, and they had like some corpse paints and armor. That was like, okay, I want to do this. That was like, because it was pushing further than Kiss. Of course, the first band that decided, I said, okay, I want to do music, it was Kiss. But to get to, always wanted to go to something more dark and that stuff. So it come pretty much for that. But of course, if you listen to Necronomicon's music, it's way more extreme than that. I liked a lot the bands that had really heaviness, really heavy, like Bolt Thrower. There was an album called In the Battle There's No Law. It was I think in 1988 or something, and it was really a lot of double bass drum and really heavy, catchy riff. I really like that, but some part it was not going fast enough for me. And I really wanted to put some blast beat in my band because I heard an album that was called Harmony Corruption from a band called Napalm Death. So I said, oh my God, this is, and so I started to create something like that wanted to have that speed, but heavy stuff at the same time, a lot of double bass drum, but with a more occult and ambient. So, like I said, it's pretty much like, so it comes between this and that. It's a little bit of mix of everything of that. But at the same time, like I said, for when I write an album, I like to influence myself from my previous work. I just received a call like that. My agent, he said, like, guys, you're going with Deicide. You feel like doing it? Sure, sure. Fuck off. Yeah, we're going there with Broken Open, this gorge. Yeah, why not? I mean, that's really, it's a icebreaker. That tour can be an icebreaker. That can change a lot of things. We're talking about major venues. We're not talking about bars. Well, of course, there's some smaller place, but you talk about between like 500 to 600 or 800 people per night. Like your Club Soda size venue. I've been watching like some of the venues. Most of them are, a good part of the venues are really big. It's not like small venues, you know, like 100 people or stuff like that. There's some smaller, but I mean most of them are decent venues, and the promoters and what are the feedback so far are people are really enthusiastic about us. So usually, you know, some bands go on tour and it's the bill, it's the headliner, but now a lot of people talk about us, and actually I was not expecting that, more than I thought. Like my agent told me he's been really special. He said this tour, and when they saw the demand, when they said Necronomicon is going to be on the tour, the promoters were like, wow, okay, so okay, now that's something else. And they said, sure, we'll take, you know, we're really happy to have that. And they said, already when they posted the dates, and the big promotion is not even started, and they said there's already reaction about you guys. And I was like, oh, okay, well, cool, that's really cool. And I can't wait to see that. And the agent really specified, they said, you're going to a total different level after that. That's going to change a lot of things. And I can't complain about that. That's why that tour is really important for us right now. Here's Rob the Witch from the Necronomicon. You're watching Devil Dog TV.